Good afternoon everybody, Calm Biker here. Just on my way back home from work, slight detour past the, this is the Beverley race course. Obviously doing quite a bit of work on it today. And that area on the right that I was looking at the beginning of the video, that's part of Beverley Westwood. And it's an area where people go to fly model aeroplanes. I've always found that area quite amusing in various different ways. Oh, its wind is getting up at the minute. Don't know if you'll be able to hear me talking or not. But I've always found it amusing in a few different ways. And it reminds me a bit of some people with bikes. I'll tell you why. I mean, about 13 or 14 years ago, when I first started my previous job, before the company got bought out 6 or 7 times, I ended up changing jobs. But when I actually, it was the last time I went and I was actually interviewed for a job. It was about 13 or 14 years ago. I was lucky enough to really need an interview for the job I'm in now. But there was a chap that was my boss. He was into flying model aircraft, and we kind of got on because I was into flying real aircraft, and it's essentially the same thing, just in miniature. If anything, from my experience, flying a real one was easier. It's not nearly as badly affected by the tiniest bit of wind. But he flew the model aircraft. He flew electric ones, so they run off a battery and electric motor. And he had one that looked like a jet. It was a twin engine thing. It was 2 electric motors, but they were what we call ducted fans. I'm sure most of you know what that is, but essentially a tube with a fan in, a little bit like an impeller. So it was the electric version of a jet engine. Pretty swish. And we used to go out on a lunchtime occasionally, just to a field nearby where we worked, and fly them around and have a bit of fun, just to get away from the office for half an hour. And he moved to quite near where I live. Moved to a place called Ticton, which is near Beverley. Now, he decided he'd seen people flying model aircraft at Beverley. It's been going on for years, and he thought, well, there's a good place to go and fly it. So he took his plane there, and he got the most hostile reaction. Really, really bad reaction. And this is where it comes back to the kind of the biker thing, where you get some bikers who won't acknowledge people because they're on a different type of bike. So, you know, you're on a sports bike, they're on a cruiser, or vice versa. You know, in the end, we're all bikers, aren't we? Even these 50cc scooters, as much as I'd put them on 125s, as you all know. Yeah, we're all bikers in the end. But some of us like to separate into our own groups at the exclusion of others. And that's the same with the people who fly the model aircraft on the Beverley Westwood. And the reason that they were horrified at him was he had the audacity to fly an electrically powered model aeroplane on that area. And that area, apparently, is only for fuel-driven aircraft. As if that makes a jot of difference. But yeah, so you have to have that. I think it's something based on paraffin or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but not electricity. If you can go and charge it up off your car battery, you're not welcome there. So they had quite a go at him, and I think there were threats that if he flew his plane, they would put in a matching crystal and crash his plane for him. That's how stupid it got. So they said to him, there's a place where you can go. I think they may even said, well, you lot go. And they pointed him to a different bit. It's on the other side of the race course. I'm not quite sure where. And he went there instead, and he took his plane off and started flying around, and they were horrified at him too, because his plane sounded to them like a petrol or paraffin driven one, because it had a motor, and that area was for flying electric gliders only. So he found himself shunned. In the end, he got to play on the electric glider section. Was where he ended up finding out he was all right to be, but he had to land his aircraft and bring it round to show the glider people, just to prove that it was in fact running off a battery and not off some kind of fuel. Isn't that strange? Anyway, I stopped for a second just to, when I was over there, just to look at the planes, because I used to go there when I was younger. I used to go to Beverly Westwood for an ice cream with my parents when I was kind of 8 or 9 and look at the aeroplanes. I used to be fascinated by them. I just had a quick stop, patted a couple of dogs, including one dog that was so ugly it was kind of cute. I think it looked like it had a broken jaw at some time. Its bottom teeth sticking out strangely. Wrong gear, come on. Come on, you know you want to. There's a challenge in there somewhere, see if you can start in third. And yeah, so I'll pop a bit of the footage on. There was not much flying, but I doubt that the flying bit would actually come out on the drift camera anyway with its wide angle lens. There's a bit of flying, I'll see if some will fit in. I suspect that the people who are there, all old chaps, probably go there more for the conversation and are tinkerers who like playing with the spanners on the aircraft rather than actually flying the things. I'll stick at the end of this video. Enjoy it. I'm nearly home now, so I shall sign off. So thank you all for watching. Ride safe, everyone, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Hello there. Hello. You come in flying planes? Oh. I know. Hello. You got a friend with you now? Hello. Hello there, fella. You both got to have a go, you know. You can't have all the attention. You've got to give him a go as well. Look at you. Yeah, I know you want to go too. I know.